Gen 3 Pokemon games are easy. I've done countless challenges within them, including Pokemon Emerald but Pokemon Lose experience, which you might think is harder than this challenge where they can't level up, but oh boy, you'd be wrong. In the level down challenge, if a Pokemon got enough EXP to level up, they would simply lose a level. In this challenge, if a Pokemon ever levels up, I reset the game. Is that even possible? Well, a friend of mine tried this challenge in Emerald already and found that no, the first trainer battle isn't, and moved on to Pokemon Fire Red. So keep an eye out for PointCrow's video. But I realized he missed something. A tiny piece of niche knowledge that might just make this thing achievable. So, after being inspired by him, I started up Pokemon Sapphire and got to work. My starter choice was, of course, Mudkip, the best Gen 3 starter, and the first battle began against the Wild Poochyena. We should not attack, because we cannot win this battle. If we win this battle, we get EXP, and we do not want to get EXP on Mudkip. So I'm just going to sit here, and I'm going to spam Growl for a while. After a minute of growling at the Wild Pooch, it gave up and ran away. A 0 EXP victory. And as a reward, Professor Birch told me I get to beat up his child. And I did just that. We're fine, dude. We're fine. See? There we go. We won the battle. So, that's not gonna work. In order to make any progress, the game requires you to win this battle against Brendan. So, how do we get around it? Well, Mudkip takes 44 experience to level up, while Trico gives 69. It's clear I needed another Pokemon to suck up some of that extra EXP. Holdale can't be exited from the west, and Pokeballs can't be purchased from the mart until after you beat Brendan and get the Pokedex. There isn't a single hidden item to be found either, so it seemed I was stuck. But there were a few more obscure ideas to try. Like mystery gifts. They're a mechanic that the Pokemon Company has used to distribute special items and Pokemon to the players throughout the years. It's how most people get legitimate mythical Pokemon. In Hoenn, you can even use it to get Deoxys. It's not that simple, however, as in Gen 3, Mystery Gift only gives the players items that lead to Pokemon, like the Aurora ticket for Deoxys. So that wasn't going to work. Speaking of mythicals though, the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc advertised a special gift. The Pokemon said to make any wish come true, Jirachi. By connecting my Game Boy Advance to a GameCube running that bonus disc, I could receive a level 5 Jirachi from... Oh, I don't have a Pokedex yet. Yeah, it turns out all GameCube gift Pokemon require you to get the Pokedex and, by extension, beat Brendan to receive them. So that's another false start, and it shuts down basically every remaining idea I had. Every idea except one. One idea that is only possible thanks to the Berry Glitch. The Berry Glitch makes all time-based events in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire effectively stop working after 366 days from starting a save file. I'm not going to be using this glitch, or any glitch for that matter, to complete this challenge, but its existence makes the Brendan fight possible. Back in 2003, the Pokemon Company acknowledged their mistake and did everything they reasonably could to fix this little bug once it was discovered. They had 3 ways to get your game updated. You could connect your Pokemon Sapphire to Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Emerald, you could connect to a GameCube Pokemon game, or you could use the third, extremely niche method of updating. A Game Boy Advance cartridge that was given to select game stores across the United Kingdom in 2003. With this, you were able to link cable 2 Game Boys together and update your save directly. By doing this, the Berry Glitch would be patched, and as a little extra reward for going out of your way to repair your game, this update also added to your party a shiny level 5 Zigzagoon. So there's a Zigzagoon, a shiny one at that. And if we switch to Crow, then the EXP is split 50-50. So we tackle here, and the EXP that we get, 51, it's boosted, but he doesn't level up, and Crow gains 34, which means we also just barely don't level up. And now the game really begins. The second required kid, youngster Calvin, was much easier than the first, thankfully. Because I now had the Pokedex, Pokeballs were for sale, which allowed me to fill my party with whatever I could find. Mostly Zigzagoons, and I was ready for Calvin. He had only a single level 5 Zigzagoon, and with my team full of 6, it was easy enough to switch between a few to spread out the EXP and avoid leveling. Every other trainer up until the Aqua Grunt in Petalburg Woods can be avoided, so I entered the forest to scout the place out and maybe catch some fresh Pokemon, because after Calvin, they were pretty close to a new level already. While there, I did make a little mistake. Why is the timer gray? I don't know. That's just the color that it is, I guess. No! I only thought they could look up and right. That's my bad. 6 Pokemon? This gives 34 experience points. And he has 6 of them. it was impossible to distribute the EXP in a way that avoided any of my Pokemon leveling up, so I can now proudly claim to be a human being with the truly unique experience of whiting out to Bugcatcher Lyle's team of Wurmples. After that embarrassing blunder, I went back to the woods, filled up my box with a collection of forest dwellers, grabbed a couple for the Aqua Grunt fight, and was a little more careful when it came to Lyle this time. Using a trick I saw in the speedrun, opening a new window in the start menu resets the movement timers on enemies that look around randomly, essentially locking them in place for a half second. Using this gave me just enough time to consistently slip past him, and run into the Aqua Grunt with his level 9 Poochyena. Just like before, I brought a team of unused woodland goons and switched around till the Poochyena fell. And with those 3 trainers defeated, that's actually every required opponent before Roxanne, so it was time to build a team that could beat her. I scoured every available route for the strongest Pokemon to survive Roxanne. The highest level Pokemon are level 8 normal types. The question now is, not just how do I win this battle, but how do I beat a level 14 Geodude and 15 Nosepass without letting these babies get too much experience? Well, to answer the first question, to win the battle, it was clear I was going to need a bit of help. Help from some items. But now we have a new problem. How do I buy items when I just spent all my money on balls to constantly catch new Pokemon for every confrontation? To get the necessary cash, I'd simply pick it up off the ground. Or I wouldn't be picking it up. My lovely gaze of raccoons would. Thanks to Zigzagoon's pickup ability, every time I win any battle, they have a 10% chance of materializing an item from thin air, and in Pokemon Sapphire, this pool of items is really good. It's a static list that includes Super Potions, Ultra Balls, Full Restores, Full Heals, Revives, Proteins, PP-Ups, Rare Candies, King's Rocks, and Nuggets. These have an average sell price of over 2,000 bucks. By doing a few battles against the weaklings in the route above Little Root and replacing the battler every few wins to not level up, I could go infinite. And hey, I got a handful of extra rare candies too, and by using them I could reset the game. Come on, obviously rare candies aren't allowed. And you know what? I'm gonna up the stakes a little bit. If I ever level up at all in this challenge, I'm gonna reset the entire save file and go back to the beginning. I want this to be about strategy and planning, rather than constantly brute forcing the right lucky circumstances. So with that in mind, I finished the tedious money grind, made some important purchases, decided on a team, and walked up to Roxanne, hoping for the best. The first Pokemon to defeat is her Geodude. It gives 258 experience. I calculated that since 4 level 6 Shroomish each take 66 experience to level up, in theory, if I switch between all 4 in my team, they will divide the 258 to receive 64 each. Okay, so Geodude. We're fighting them with level 6 Shroomishes. I'm gonna switch between all of my Shroomishes to start and hope they can take a hit. We'll see. Can you take a single Rock Tomb? Oh dear God. After switching through all my Shroomish, it was apparent that in no world could they defeat the Geodude after all that switching. I was forced to modify my strategy and switch to a backup Nincada. The ground bug-type Nincada is surprisingly good against Roxanne's physical rock types. With a base defense of 90 and the move Harden, I got it set up to tank any hit from this dudette. It would take a while, but with the combination of Leech Life, Scratch, and some healing items when Catron got a bit low, I was able to exhaust Roxanne's 2 potions and eventually the Geodude itself. One more! No crit! Okay, that's big! That's big! They all gain 51, okay, and now we need to do Nosepass. When defeated, Nosepass give 346 experience, which is a lot more than the Geodude. In fact, it's so much experience that even when divided between 2 Pokemon, every available encounter would level up from it, except for one. And it's due to a quirk in how experience groups work. Each Pokemon exists within one of the 6 experience groups: slow, medium fast, fast, fluctuating, and erratic. Each of these groups has a different and unique amount of EXP required for each level, and for this challenge, despite its name, the slow experience group is not the best category for a Pokemon to have. Because of the weird formulas calculating how much a Pokemon needs to level up, at low levels, the rare erratic category needs by far the most. Out of all 1,000 plus Pokemon that exist today, only 30 are in the erratic group. But fortunately, the Nincada line happens to be members of this exclusive club. If I could figure out a way to split the EXP between 2 Nincadas while eliminating the Nosepass in the process, they had just enough room to handle the incoming pile of points. So we're going to start with Sam. Sam somehow managed to survive 4 turns against the Nosepass, getting her below half HP with absorbs, a feat no other Shroomish got even close to, as the rest fainted before they got a hit in, leaving only the Nincadas to deal with the big nose boulder. I tried the same strategy that worked with Geodude, harden until its attacks bounce off, but that didn't go so well this time. +6, we have no reason not to leech life now. Just live a couple of rock throws, Rennie! Oh! All right. Now, it's not over. We did get 2 revives from pickup. If I revive Rinny, we might be able to stay alive somehow. Tackle. Oh my god. Is it out of rock throws? No way. It might be out of rock throws. What? No! We have to wait until it uses tackle. It wasn't out of rock throws, it just used 2 tackles for some reason. It can still miss. We just need 1 to miss, man. We have super potions as well. It used Harden! It used Harden! I get hard now too! Okay. Oh, if a Pokemon fainted, is the XP still split? I'm gonna have to revive a Shroomish to get a free switch. I think we're good enough to start scratching now. How many heals do we have? 7 super potions. I think if we heal the full heal... We got crit, but I just used a super potion, so we're fine. Oh my gosh. Don't crit. It has like 8 HP left. I think I have to scratch again. We just have to hope we don't crit. Okay. I think I'm scratching here. No crit. It is 2 HP. I'm going to switch Infino now. I think I just have to. Get poisoned. Okay. Didn't get poisoned. Okay, so now Rinny. Please outspeed Rinny. Okay. Kill. One more. One more. Come on. It's an idiot and use Harden. First try. Come on. No level. No level now. Just no level. 172? 172? We're good. No levels. First try. With the first gym badge of 8 in hand, I chucked my expended team into a lava pit, acquired a couple more Zigzagoons for the Aqua Grunt, manipped my way past the skippable trainers, and crushed the Grunt's Poochiana by switching through goons of my own. Next up was Brawly's gym, which was a lot more manageable than the previous, especially because I was playing this on Pokemon Sapphire, where, after taking the ferry to Dewford, I was able to catch the version-exclusive Sableye. The 2 unskippable gym goers were a breeze, not having anything to counter my little rock goblins, and Brawly was quite the same, with the exception of the ever-present EXP problem. Since Sableye are in the medium slow experience group and only level 11 and 12, they would level up from Brawly's Machop and Makuhita, so I needed to find a good experience sync for Badge 2. The small fishing village of Dewford supplied me with a perfect one. A fisherman's old rod that reeled in a level 10 Magikarp. And although it's in the slow experience group instead of the ideal erratic, being level 10 meant it could absorb plenty. 413! Bro is a sink! I just needed a reliable way to funnel it all into that otherwise useless fish. But again, Dewford provided an easy solution. By reaching the depths of Granite Cave, I delivered Joseph Stone's letter to his unremarkable son and returned to the Devon Corporation headquarters for my reward of... the most important item in the game. EXP share! I gave my experience sync its designated item and jumped into Brawly. Magikarp opened the battle, and I immediately shuffled through all the Sableye to let Ike Nightshade the Machop to death. Carp came back in for the Makuhita, and it was more of the same. Sableye shuffle, and Nightshade to victory. Alright, well there's the second gym badge. Easy peasy. No problem whatsoever. I swamped them. 2 badges down, 6 to go. I dumped the depleted Brawly victors into the pool of magma, replenished my party with some Zigzagoons and an Oddish, cleared out the Aqua Museum invasion, and made sure to grab the TM for Thief along the way. It was an item that would end up being surprisingly helpful later on. Brendan's battle under Cycling Road was the next minor roadblock, having a Wailmer, Numel, and Evolved starter Grovyle. The wild Pokemon levels almost caught up to the trainers in the area though, so I figured 2 slightly weaker Pokemon with a good type matchup could each handle one of Brendan's guys. That worked for Numel, however, Wailmer was a problem. In the time it took to rotate around to split up the EXP, Wailmer had a rollout building. Okay, it's gonna have to miss one of these rollouts. Alright. It's not over yet. Despite the blue ball of death sweeping half of my team, there was still a chance to win. Before the battle, I needed some ball money to catch these 6, and during the pickup grind, I netted a few bonus revives. Not enough to make the battle trivial though. A revived Miru still had to dodge some rollouts in the end. There's a chance! Why didn't I give this Pokemon Miracle Seed? I'm so silly. Okay, it is not over. Roll out Mist again. Miru, you're the GOAT. I think no matter what, we beat it now, right? You're stupid. Okay. Now we just need to beat the big guy. Okay, nobody leveled up. Now my Juno and Anthrax has to deal with this. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. Crap. It's fine. It's fine. Anthrax can take a hit. Oh! Never mind. I didn't need to. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is poison gas, and we just need it to hit. And we just need it to hit. Huh. I said, and we just need it. Please, Anthrax, do something. Finally, man. Okay. We've poisoned it. That means it's dead in 8 turns. So now all I gotta do is just use my super potions that we picked up from pickup. The poison into potion combo is kinda hype, kinda good. This is working well. Pursuit. We take that. Still no resets. That is a first try cycling road rival. We got close to leveling up there though, man. Whew. After a tricky rival, I was able to arrive in Mauville safely, which unlocked a ton of brand new tools like headbutting Zigzagoons. I used them to knock out Wally's Ralts and waltz into the gym. The 2 mandatory trainers before the leader, I reused the Magikarp EXP share strategy, but that wasn't going to work for Watson. In this Generation 3 Pokemon game, his team is made up of Magnemite, Voltorb, and Magneton? Even 2 of these Pokemon would overload an EXP carp, so I had to find a new path through this leader. West of Mauville was where I discovered this incredible new path. There are 3 pocket monsters exclusive to Route 117. Illumise, Roselia, and Volbeat. Illumise isn't in a great experience group and didn't have any good moves, so not super helpful. Roselia is in the medium slow group and has some okay moves at level 14, so I added that one to the team, but the real treasure of 117 is Volbeat. Though its moveset is complete garbage, it's in that coveted erratic experience group. Meaning at level 14, it takes over 1,000 experience to level up, fitting perfectly into my Watson lineup and allowing for a pretty cool line through the fight. The battle began, Volbeat versus Magnemite, and I immediately switched to my level 7 Geodude that takes only 78 points to level up. Don't worry, I made this work. This Magnemite only has 2 types of moves, normal and electric. And Watson is smart enough to know not to use moves that won't do anything. What Watson refuses to consider, however, is the concept of switching Pokemon. By switching between my Ground-type Geodude into my Ghost-type Sableye, Watson consistently uses moves that just don't do anything, giving me the opportunity to completely use up its normal moves' power points. This took 12 minutes. With the Magnemite neutered, my level 7 Geodude, who I had taught Rock Smash, was able to easily 1v1 the Magnet Ball Screw thing. In defeating that thing, Geodude would surely level up, right? It's level 7. To find out, let's do the math. Level 22 Magnemite gives 419 experience. Splitting that up 6 ways gives a nice 69. Less than the 78 points Geodude has room for. But I only used 3 Pokemon to defeat this Magnemite. How does that work? Well, of course, I made sure the Volbeat was holding the EXP share. This gives it half of the total 419, and since the other half is distributed 3 ways, Volbeat gets 4/6 of the total experience, leaving Sableye and Geodude to the remaining 1/6 each, leaving them with just a sliver of room without leveling. Voltorb was next, and this was the easy Pokemon. Sit on it with Roselia till it explodes. And the final Pokemon, 3 Magnemites glued together, remained. The Volbeats on my team could soak up the experience this Magneton would bestow, but they absolutely could not defeat it, with Tackle being their only attack. I had to use the Geodude Sableye Switch Dance again. After 8 more minutes of going back and forth, the Magneton was left with no moves. Since these 2 heroes were unfortunately nearing a level, I couldn't let them get more EXP, and had to sacrifice them to the struggling Amalgam. The 3 Volbeats left in my party easily survived the flailing with Moonlights, and I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're 3 for 3 on gyms. First try. 6 hours deep, I had the Dynamo badge. As a reward for flawlessly subduing the Electric Gym, the winning team was tossed into the Flaming Abyss. Their replacements were an elite strike team of 5 Volbeats and a Slackoth. Following the gym, I've walked over to grab strength from the Rust Earth Tunnel lovers, and in doing so, made a realization. I could smash rocks now. Higher level Geodudes reside in rocks, up to level 20. And Geodudes can learn Self-Destruct, an incredible killing move that avoids EXP at the same time. And it learns it at level 21. So that's useless. To get around Route 111 without the Go Goggles, I took the Fiery Path detour. In that smoggy cave, Coughing can appear, a poison type with an explosive reputation. But again, at its current level, it can't go boom. This challenge isn't getting any easier yet. I cut a couple of Torkoals in the path just in case and continued north until I hit a roadblock. Cool Trainer Brook, the second required non-story trainer in the game. That's right, outside of gyms and scripted story events, she's the second of just 6 mandatory trainers in all of Sapphire. Anyways, she had a very similar team composition to the cycling road rival, a grass, fire, water core. Her lead, the water type, was the problem. Wingull is normally a complete pushover, but in this scenario, an utter demon. The electric types I can catch in the wild don't know any electric moves, and basically every other Pokemon is weak to water or flying. The only way to reliably deal with it is to end it with a single attack. With my chronically underleveled Pokemon, I found there was one move that was strong enough to do so. It was just going to take a while to obtain. I had to journey all the way back to Route 101, load up with Zigzagoons, and farm the level 2s for a full hour in order to get 80 grand. I'll buy a measly 4,000 coins from the game corner to trade in for the Thunderbolt TM. It might have been faster to hit the slots to reach that number, but like I said at the start, this challenge isn't about gambling. I want to be able to plan my way to the end. It didn't really matter which Pokemon got Thunderbolt, so I had a spare Illumise I snagged in 117, and that did the trick. We got sauce with a Thunderbolt. It misses Supersonic because it's an idiot. Okay. Goodbye. One shot. Whoa. Huh? Volbeat takes 1,000? SOS takes 300? I just assumed it was the same EXP group. I guess not. Jeez. Turns out Illumise is in the fluctuating EXP group, which is the worst for this challenge. Luckily, it was a high enough level to not matter, but that was too close for comfort. The rest of the battle, to my relief, was a walk in the park. Brook down, I arrived at the region's northernmost route and happened upon one of the most critical creatures, Sandshrew. These unassuming shrews would be unsuccessful in battles, but their claws, now those are valuable. I caught a Skarmory, a natural predator to the Sandshrew, taught it that thief TM from the museum, and started tearing off those quick claws. I had one from a classroom in Rustboro, but because pretty much all my Pokemon going forward were going to be at a speed disadvantage, a 20% chance to go first would prove necessary to make progress. But because Sandshrews are a 25% chance and they're only 5% to actually have a quick claw, it took a full hour to get 3 extra. I was going for 6, but I'll get the rest later. To get to Gym 4, I still had to clear up Meteor Falls and Mount Chimney. On the way, I found Swablu. Swablu can learn Perish Song, another excellent move for avoiding EXP by having both Pokemon go down at once. Of course, as per usual, it only gets Perish Song at higher levels. It's like Big Pikachu expects me to level him up or something. Nevertheless, Meteor Falls wasn't a fruitless endeavor, as it contained decently leveled Lunatone, a big power jump from the tackling Volbeats that have been occupying my party as of late. The rock psychic typing would also help immensely against the rapidly approaching Archie and Flannery fights. So I caught like 10 moon-shaped meteorites and proceeded to the peak of the mountain. Taking a look at Archie's team, it seemed like 4 nearby Machops could counter his 2 dark types and 2 Lunatones could be used for his Golbat. In practice, it wasn't so simple. Quick Claw activate, low kick, kill. No flinch. Boar, be the goat. Boar. Okay, you need to not get crit ever. We got super potions from pickup, so that helps, but... Withdrew? What? Golbat. How does EXP work now? Is Boar going to get some EXP from that Mightyena? Now it's going to get EXP from the Golbat. Oh, no. Oh my god, seriously? I was gonna sacrifice one of my Machops to this, but I can't anymore. Okay. We're gonna switch in Lust. And now it is gonna use a wing move. Sad comes in. He uses wing move. So now I get super potion on Sad. How much BP does Bite have? 25? Can I survive 25 hits without getting crit? We might have to find out. You know what? I'll wait for a low roll. I'll wait till it hits a 29. Let's go. Okay. That's nothing. Huh? I'll try Rock Throw just to see what happens. Okay. I think it did a little more. Okay. Rock throw. Kill, please. Please, 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 please. Does he have a potion? Please tell me he doesn't have a potion. Please, no potion. Oh my god. It's so over. It's so over. No flinch, 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 no flinch. So we miss. Okay. Who hasn't come into battle yet? I don't think anyone knows. Okay. We have a couple of revives, so we'll revive Sad. Sad comes back in. We might have to share EXP with my Lunatones. Rock throw, do not flinch. Do not. Okay, thank God. Crit or something. We can take one more. Good, 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 good. No flinch. Yes! Okay, Golbat's down. Alright, it's gonna be Mightyena, I think. Mightyena level 25 gives 685 experience, so I think I'm gonna have to switch between 3 Machops and Sad. Oh my god, dude. Lando has no EXP, but we need Lando and Genesis to not have any EXP to have a chance of winning. Yeah, we low kick here. No flinch, no flinch, no flinch, no flinch. I have to sack Balloonatic, and we have to revive Boar. Switch Boar back in. I think now is the time to revive Genesis. Okay. And then we Super Potion. Sand Attack, that's fine. Because low kick will just kill it, right? Okay. He also Super Potions. Well, he's not going to use Super Potion on Sharpedo now. Let's switch in Sad to get rid of the accuracy. I might outspeed. We can get a Rock Throw in if that happens. No? Alright, Sad goes down. Wait, no. I needed to split the EXP with Sad. I needed to not do that. We have to revive Sad. And does Sad still get the EXP, though? Sad will get the EXP? I don't believe you. We'll try it. Okay, hit, 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 hit! Okay, they're Quick Claw. Yo! The Quick Claw crit. This guy's crazy. I'm pretty sure if you use Revive, it doesn't get EXP. I'm pretty sure too, but I'm risking it right now. We'll find out now. This Mightyena is testing me, man. All right. It is revived. It is alive. All right. I think we're probably good now, because as long as we don't one-shot this Sharpedo. So here's what I'm thinking. Against this Sharpedo, 2 Machops are able to defeat it, right? I'm going to Super Potion Lust, and it will kill Boar. Yeah. And now Lust just needs to hit 1 Leer. Nice Quick Claw, Lust. Nice one. Scary Face, that's big. We hit another Leer. Just live 1. Woo, okay. We're gonna hit another Leer now. This is good. So here's the play now. We have 2 Pokemon, and they take basically exactly enough to not level up. So we're gonna switch in Lando. Lando's gonna take some EXP. And now we're gonna switch in Genesis. And Genesis is just gonna kill it with a low kick. Please. Okay, Genesis, come on. Yeah! Live, Ruskin. It lives! No level? Woohoo! First try! Okay! After everything went wrong. The subsequent Flannery fight was refreshingly much more relaxed. A team of 5 Lunatones and a sacrificial coughing quickly snuffed out her fire-type team for the Heat badge. Feeling inspired by Archie's antics, I threw my depleted meteorites into the volcano and started thinking about patricide. How would I defeat my father's 2 Slackings? I looked to the newly unlocked desert for answers and found one. Baltoy, a Pokemon that can know how to self-destruct, and amazingly, it's at the correct level to have it. I excitedly caught an assortment of the baddest Baltoys I could bag and burgled the other 2 Quick Claws, bringing the total to 6. Dad's underlings were no match for my detonating dolls, effortlessly clearing the way to Norman. On arrival to his room, I made a sobering realization. Baltoys kinda suck. With a base attack stat of 40, putting them in the bottom 10% of all attackers, Self-Destruct is less than a quarter to Slacking's HP, and Slacking's outspeed and one-shot everything anyways. The mindless Baltoy boom strat was already hitting its limits. A common way to exploit Slacking's inability to move every other turn is to protect yourself whenever it can move, giving you free reign to deal damage without risk. This scheme generally hinges on one of two key moves, Protect or Detect. The TM for Protect isn't accessible yet, but there are a few Pokemon that learn it naturally. Aeron, Volbeat, and Torkoal, for example. Unsurprisingly, none of these Pokemon know the move in the wild. Detect is under similar circumstances. Meditite gets it at level 12 and Sableye at 25, yet both of these Pokemon are unavailable as Meditite is locked away in Mount Pyre and higher level Sableyes are trapped in the Cave of Origin. There are a few more moves that can make this concept work though. Endure can keep your Pokemon on the verge of death every second turn. That's unavailable too. Same with Substitute, Fly, Bounce, and the move every other move is based on, Dig. Oh wait, hold on. Wild Pokemon can't know Dig yet. That doesn't mean I can't force them to. If you ask nicely, the Fossil Maniac's little brother gives you one TM28, the single-use, non-replenishable technical machine for Dig. With this move on the right Pokemon, it may be possible to defeat 2 whole Slackings. I had only one chance though. If I made Norman impossible by teaching Dig to the wrong Pokemon, I'd probably end up deleting my save data and going back to the start because, remember, I'm not allowing resets at the last save. So I scoured the region for the best shovel and discovered this. Trapinch. 290 in its base stats and the first stage of the original Ground Dragon line. It was the best I could do because despite its meager stat total, it's equally as powerful as its final evolution with a base attack of 100. I found a particularly strong one in the desert and after some calculations, I realized it still was not strong enough. No wild Trapinch would be enough. I needed to bolster my Alpha Trapinch's attack stat even further without leveling, and utilizing the always useful pickup ability, there was a method. When defeating Pokemon on top of the XP your team members earn, there are also hidden bonuses that give a tiny permanent boost to a specific stat, effort values. If one optimizes these gains, you can get quite the significant buff. To get EVs without XP, I needed vitamins. There are 6 types, 1 for each stat, and by my luck, the only one that pickup can give is the attack boosting vitamin. 1 hour later, I had synthesized the essential proteins, and like Easy Speasy eating his 1-pound dinner of plain ground beef, I stuffed Saucius full of the macronutrient slurry. PP-ups were also vital to counteract the hyper potions our father had procured before our brawl, and I grabbed a few spare teammates to deal with the Vigoroth in the middle. 14 hours after I left home, it was finally time to challenge and defeat the 5th gym. Leader Norman would like to battle. Hey, Dad! So, how do you feel about... Quick Claw self-destruct, idiot! Wait, are we gonna get yawned now? Because it never got its attack off. That might have ruined us. Oh, it just canceled his turn. Wait, does that mean he gets to attack? No shot. Did that ruin our strategy? No, it's loafing around. It just wastes his turn. This is big. Because now he attacks, and then we attack. Once Norman was out of potions and Slacking was low, I had to ensure Saucius got 0 EXP. So, after all of its excavating, I begrudgingly let the Slacking put it down. The following turn was a loafing one, and that meant a clay cannon could detonate to conquer the first king. Vigoroth was easily taken care of by Leech Seed from a desert cacnea, and a Skarmory that simply watched it wither away. For Slacking number 2, the plan was the same. I revived Saucius on the turn Skarmory perished, which let it chisel down the health bar. Dangerously close to 0. Don't kill? Oh my god! And so we can just boom! And that's a first try Norman. Yeah, no one gets EXP? No one gets EXP! Gym 5 was a game changer. With over half of the traversable map being water, the resources available through surfing would be a magnificent boon. Before plundering my newly available treasures, I let the Baltoy bunch have some fun clearing out the Weather Institute and had to box them for the next rival fight. Brendan, the boring trainer he is, had the exact same team as before. Nummel, Wailmer, and Grovyle, just leveled up a bit. To beat his trio, I dipped into the sea to claim a bit of my fresh bounty. At the bottom of the map, on the lowest floor of the abandoned ship, there lies a room holding a pool of water overflowing with Tentacool. And for the first time in this entire challenge, I held the level advantage. Level 35 were ideal, not only because of their relative strength, they're also in the slow experience group. Spamming Surf got me through the rival and into Fortree. But I didn't stop there. Gym 6's Winona is completely optional until you want to challenge the Elite Four, so I kept going. I desired the crown jewel of this newfound wealth. And as I approached Mount Pyre, you may have already guessed that the prize I was after was Shuppet, with its unbelievably valuable curse. You'd be wrong. I wasn't going to Mount Pyre. I could get a Pokemon that completely outclassed Shuppet. I wanted a Safari. The encounter that we need is not Natu. It's not Girafarig. It's not Audit. It's not Doduo. It's a Wobbuffet! Because Wobbuffet is the only Pokemon that has Destiny Bond at the level that you can catch it. Alright, it's Winona time. Now we get to see probably some of our last self-destructs. We get hit with Aerial Ace. We survive! We do! Just barely. This is the last Pokemon that we can survive, and we don't even kill. So we need to do that one more time with Duke now. So Duke just booms. Duke got the Quick Claw boom. Nice one, Duke. Didn't even get a hit, buddy. And no EXP. Alright. Destiny Bond. Don't kill. Alright. Okay. There we go! Cherry with the first kill. And Cherry gets no EXP for that. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Come on. Take me out. Crit. Okay! One Pokemon left. Altaria. Yeah! Okay! Woo! Altaria's down. And that is the next gym first try. 6 badges, no resets. Never before have I seen a trainer command Pokemon with more grace than I. I exploded and sat there until they died, dude. What is she talking about? As long as Wobbuffet could survive a single hit, they could Destiny Bond anything without gaining experience. It's obvious these robust tools would be mainstays of the party for the remainder of the playthrough. The dynamic duo of Self-Destruct and Destiny Bond blasted through Mount Pyre's Aqua Grunts uncontested. Still, these brief skirmishes highlighted a small but annoying issue. Cool. This could be a problem. Just kill me. Please kill me. Like, I need you to kill me. You've gotta be kidding me, dude. Are you stupid? Enemies sometimes just wouldn't eliminate Wobbuffet and wasted minutes of my day. They were good in a pinch, but I wanted a more reliable way to secure wins in the mid-game. In the Aqua hideout that followed Pyre, I found my solution. They are level 30. What's their attack stat? 50. That's a higher attack stat than Baltoy, actually. And they're really fast, too. Ooh, these might be good bombs. The 2 electrodes in the base fit the bill. Catching them would be more difficult than a casual playthrough though, without the save scumming. So to reliably catch them without blowing up on me, I devised a technique to almost guarantee their capture. First, I got on a mock bike, zipped back through the safari zone, and dove into a secret pond near the back to ambush some ducks. Next, I broke into the basement of New Mauville. There were electrode hiding away, but they were too juvenile to go ballistic. So I caught one and left it in Lynette's PC forever. Finally, I stopped by Rustboro for some exclusive supplies, and I was ready. The battle began. Electrode-facing Golduck meant I was at no risk of the sentient Pokeball ending itself thanks to the damp abilities I possessed. That boxed Electrode, caught purely for its Pokedex entry, was to activate the most potent catching tool in Generation 3, the Rustboro Mart staple, Repeat Balls. I knew that as long as the ducks were alive, the Electrodes were likely mine. Oh, first ball! Okay! 1, 2, 3. Oh, all the damp was for nothing. The new explosives ended up being far more valuable than expected. Kabong does need to die. You're totally correct. Kabong killed? What? 11 levels higher than Baltoy with a higher base attack meant they were doing insane damage. Nice crit, Wacky. These Electrodes do more damage than I expected. Since Matt was a cakewalk, there was now nothing standing between me and the twins in Moss Deep City Gym. A double battle against Solrock and Lunatone. If one is defeated with Destiny Bond, my other Pokemon will get the EXP, and Self-Destruct would obviously never kill either. My 2 main strategies completely countered. So I just brought a bunch of spare ducks and spam Surf. They could withstand the EXP anyways. Yeah, Mind Badge from Liza and Tate. Beating the psychic duo impressed some rich kid with a rock obsession enough to give me his leftover HM for dive, and that is exactly what I'd been waiting on for the previous 20 hours. It allowed me to get the most powerful Pokemon in the game. Oh, frame 1 Gyarados? No, not Gyarados. It's nice, but show the other clip. Hey, we got the Wailord already. No, not the Wailord either. What? Ray is evolving. Raichu. I don't even need dive to get that one. Come on. Hey, Relicanth! If it's not obvious yet as to what I'm going for here, and this should jog your memory. Sea is deep here. Would you like to use dive? Yep. Wow, there's a door here. Where does this door lead? This is so strange. Underwater. Cause there's text? Sorry, I don't read dots. Let me just mash through this with B. Light is filtering down from above. What the heck? Oh my gosh. These are just more dots. I don't read dots. Yeah, I don't read dots. Maybe Peppino has some idea of what to do. Okay, well maybe Arcolix has an idea. Arcolix, what do you think? You take a look. Nope, doesn't understand. It sounded as if a door opened somewhere far away. What? Relicanth and Wailord unlock the Regi trio. My team to catch them would be Gyarados with Dragon Rage and the Raichu with Thunder Wave. Gyarados' Dragon Rage would cut down consistent amounts of HP, and Raichu Thunder Wave was the optimal choice to give maximum ball throwing turns. Once there, I timer balled to oblivion. Oh, I caught it! Oh, that was quick. Okay. Registeel time. 1, 2, 3. We got it! Registeel was caught! Let's send it. 3 for 3, come on. Oh, we caught it. That was quick. All right, so now, the reason why we caught these is because at level 1, they learn a very special move. A move that will allow them to get 0 XP. Which move should he teach? Explosion. The only way to get Explosion. 3 big booms. That's right. And now we have 5 exploding mons. Within them, these legendary Pokemon had unbelievable volumes of potential energy, and exploding on Archie was the perfect way to showcase this. Confused Ray? Margus doesn't get confused. All he knows is show up and explode and nothing else. He's gonna hurt himself whether the confusion hits or not, so he might as well explode. Bye-bye, Crobat! Now Buster comes in and cleans this thing up, dude. Sharpedo, the only attacking move it has, Slash. It taunts me. You don't have to tell me twice. Boom. There we go. The explosions were so strong, they released some super ancient Pokemon into the region somehow. So before the 8th badge to stop the apocalypse, I went and tossed a pretty purple ball at it. We got it. There we go. It's done. That awkward silver-haired rich kid shut up again. He thanked me for saving the world and wished me good luck on taking down Wallace, which I definitely didn't need because 2 Destiny Bonds and 3 explosions got the job done. And it's a beautiful day at that. Quick fight. We defeated Wallace. 8 badges, not a single level, not a single reset either. We haven't even imagined leveling up. Since none of my Pokemon even gained EXP in that gym, I didn't need to launch them into the Nether, and instead launched myself straight through Victory Road, booming through each trainer, including Wally, to reach the entrance of the final trial, the Pokemon League. This was going to be, by far, the most difficult and risky section of the entire run. After an hour of preparations, my team was decided. With a super ancient Pokemon, 3 legendary giants, 2 severely underleveled punching bags, and enough medical supplies to support a small country, I walked into the final gauntlet, hoping for the best. Sydney was immediately a threat, having Pokemon with Swagger, Double Team, and Roar on this Mightyena specifically. Regirock was able to avoid its Intimidate attack drop with its Clear Body, and I needed Explosion to get this Hyena off my screen, before Roar distributed EXP randomly across my entire team. I was confident it would be enough, as I had pumped the Titans full of performance-enhancing drugs in advance, maximizing their firepower. And it was. Easy! Mightyena down. Alright, Mightyena was scary because it had Roar, so if you didn't kill there, that was a little frightening. Sharpedo was next, and knowing it couldn't kill, I revived Regirock, took a Swagger Confusion, and risked the boom. Please, because you're at +4 attack, and that's going to do a lot to yourself. Yeah! Buster! With the boom! I mean, it's at +4. That kills everything in the whole game. Cacturne came in against my Regice, and again, having a good matchup meant I could heal my fainted Registeel. Regice was the weakest of the trio, and because it shared a low attack stat with Electrode, Explosion wasn't going to be killing these E4 mons. This was a non-issue because the Regis have a built-in way to expand their Explosion. Curse! If I thought an Explosion wouldn't do enough, I could curse until I'm confident, then light the fuse. Pretty sure Cacturne's a frail guy, so it shouldn't survive that. Excellent. All right. The succeeding Dark type had no annoying moves for me and stood absolutely no chance against my ancient armament. Registeel needed to lock in and hit an Explosion through Shiftry's double team to finish the battle. As long as we hit through this. Please, just hit. I think that counts, right? Yay! And it killed. Fantastic. Okay. Sydney done. First try. Phoebe's fight was the most nerve-wracking yet. Having exclusively ghost types, she was completely immune to my golem grenades. Terry and Cherry, at level 27 and weak to ghost types, we're gonna have to make do. Terry immediately fell, and Cherry followed soon after. This was gonna be a long battle. I let the rock giant take a few hits while I revived the rhyming siblings, then tried the exact same thing. We got the Quick Law Destiny Bond. Shadow Punch, come on! Yeah! Hell yeah. My plan for this battle initially was to trust in the Quick Claws, and for this Dusclops that worked, but not without a major mistake. Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot Cherry was in the battle. Okay, we gotta be a little more careful. It worked first try on the Bayonet. We had the Quick Claw here. Oh, don't use Spite, please. Yes! It's a beautiful day. Okay. By the second Dusclops, it became apparent that luck was not on my side. It has pressure, which is a little problematic, but live one? I don't think you live one. If it's dealing that much to a level 45 Kyogre, yeah. We have to hit this Destiny Bond right now. Okay. I needed a way around the Quick Claw chance, and using Regice, I found one. I could hit Dusclops with Icy Wind a few times to lower its speed, guaranteeing an opening for Destiny Bond. And it is faster because of the Icy Wind. Okay. And then we die to Ice Beam. Good. Okay. 2 Pokemon left. This sequence also reliably eliminated Sableye, leaving just the Banette, who was too fast and too frail to handle the frosty breeze. I had to rely on RNG one last time this battle, and Terry pulled through. There's a definite bond between you and your Pokemon. A Destiny Bond. Okay. Glacia and our Ice types were up next. Regirock blew up the Glalie, but against the Surfing Seals, it stood no chance, giving Registeel and Regice the time to shine. I think we just hit the Explosion now. That was a Quick Claw. And this, I think, is guaranteed to kill. Yes, okay. Yes, okay. Okay. Quick Claw didn't activate. Celio goes down. Yeah, okay. Buster hits the Quick Claw anyways. Buster with the boom! That kills. That just kills. He hit the Quick Claw! You and your Pokemon, how hot your spirits burn! The penultimate Drake was next, and had some interesting moments. Shelgun has Protect, so we can't really explode on it, so we're just gonna hope that Destiny Bond gets the job done. We got the Quick Claw Destiny Bond. Excellent. That almost guarantees that we will now kill. Crunch. Should take me out. Excellent. Bye-bye, Shelgon. Flygon. Okay, this could be the Flygon with Flamethrower. Does Dad kill a Flygon? I don't think so. So we'd have to use Curse twice. Okay, it's the Flamethrower Flygon. Which, we actually take that surprisingly well. Okay. I guess AI, forget Regice's defense is crazy high. We're gonna full restore here. It's gonna Flamethrower again. Okay, Explosion should just kill now, in theory. As long as if this burns, then it won't kill. That would be really funny too, though. But I'm not laughing. We get the crit, which counteracts it anyways. Marcus just has to hit this now. Boom! No paralysis. Why'd I say it? Why'd I say it? Okay, we're good. We're fine. Altaria. 65 revives. Okay. Does Takedown even have enough PP? I don't know. Probably not. That's the thing. Yeah, Marcus can just do it. Alright, Takedown. Altaria's hit with recoil. Fantastic. So now Marcus is going to be in. And Marcus can simply explode. So it has the Dragon Breath. So just don't paralyze. Two Pokemon left. Flygon and Salamence. Flygon, okay. It's gonna Sandstorm or it's gonna Dig this turn. I'm not sure which one, but either way, I think we're fine here. Because we'll just revive. Yeah. Sandstorm, please. Huge. Alright, that's actually so good. Because the only Pokemon we're gonna switch in, take Sandstorm, totally fine. We'll revive Nova in case of emergency. And now it's digging underground. I can use X Defend now to try and live this. Oh, I live it so well. I can just curse. Okay. Cool. This thing has fly, which is a problem. So I'm going to wait till the Sandstorm is gone, and then I think we explode. Because then it's going to Sandstorm. Because I think it prioritizes Sandstorm over everything else. Whoa. Good crit. Sandstorm subsided. Oh. Do you think it goes for the kill here? It does go for the kill. Alright. I think because it can't kill me, it has to go. I don't think it's going to attack this turn. I think this turn is going to go for Sandstorm. I think it really likes Sandstorm. And so I'm going to Explosion, anticipating a Sandstorm. This is the smartest Flygon of all time. Alright, so Cherry's now going to come in. And Cherry's just going to Destiny Bond and going to totally counter this dig. Okay, so hear me out. Terry is gonna come in and is gonna totally counter this dig. Doesn't matter. Quick Claw activated. Terry's the greatest of all time. Really? Dig didn't even kill me? This Flygon is washed as hell. Alright, anyways, we took Flygon with it. That's so embarrassing for him. What the heck? Alright, we're gonna switch in Nova, and yeah, using Nova, we're gonna heal everybody. I'm gonna start by full restoring Marcus. I think Marcus can just kill the Salamence. Jesus, that does a lot. Yeah, all we need to do is fill Buster in. Salamence, it's a fly, and I'm using an X attack to waste a turn. Fly misses, surely. Alright. Alright, and now Marcus is gonna go crazy because Marcus switches in. He hits a curse as Salamence uses fly. And then we're slower and we can just hit a slow explosion. Damn. Please don't do more than half. Ooh. Could be a problem. I think we're just gonna have to sacrifice this guy. Yeah, let's just freaking send it. He doesn't have a quick claw either, so dang. Okay. Why just not use Regice here? Regice can't kill it, is the thing. Rain continue. Oh, there's permanent rain! Dad just handles this. Dad doesn't need to, okay? Cherry's gonna make Dad proud. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I forgot there's permanent rain, so Dad just switches in. Alright, we'll have to curse twice. Yeah, we curse. Dragon Claw is its best move. Hell yeah. Yeah. Dad is gonna deal with the Salamence. Damn, Dad. Okay, go off. Dragon Claw deals 30. Alright, we're gonna X attack. Are we at +3 right now? I think we do kill. So all we need to do is wait for a fly, and then we can kill it. I mean, I kill with an explosion now, but if it uses fly and I miss the explosion, then... Wait, I have an X speed. Hold on. If I use 2 X speeds, I outspeed. Oh, I'm also at -2. I guess I need to use 4. Which is better than using all of my full restores. 4. Alright, so now we outspeed, guaranteed. Alright, I think we just kill with explosion now. So we're at +2 speed. It's at -1 speed. Dad outspeeds and kills the Salamence! Let's go, Dad! And 1 remains. No levels.
The champion was the final fight.
one obstacle between me and that Hall of Fame. I prepped my team for the final clash and strolled into the champions room to find the rock-obsessed nepotism child? Joseph Stone, the mining mogul, president of Devon Corporation's son? Did he just pay to make his kid the strongest trainer in the region? I pulled myself up by the bootstraps working minimum wage pickup jobs in my hometown to get here, and he is standing there making this look effortless? I'm gonna show him what real hard work looks like, and I'm not even gonna level up in the process. The idiot starts with a Skarmory, an easily exploitable lead, allowing my Kyogre to calm mind, boosting its stats, all while useless spikes litter the field and Toxic is shrugged off by my Pechaberry. 2x speeds give Nova the boost it needs to start sweeping. One Surf, and the Skarmory disappears. The slow experienced Regirock holding an EXP share bears half of the EXP burden. No level. Aggron follows. One Surf. Gone. No level. A Cradilly enters and is swept away. No level. He drops his Claydol in, taunting me with his superior explosive. I don't care, and I don't level. Steven's ace Metagross is sent out, its super intelligence clearly weighed down by its incompetent trainer, then faints before it can process what occurred. Armaldo was the last member of Steven's hard-bought team. I give him an explosion for the road, use Registeel to split the final experience surge. And with Armaldo down, we gain the final bits of EXP for the challenge. 1200? Making it almost level up, but not quite. And Buster in the background sucking up the rest. That is Hoenn done without ever leveling up. No resets. Thanks for watching, chat. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be working on some more Pokemon challenges soon. The end.